Hello, I'm Steve, and welcome to our channel Patio Heat, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Please check out our website, patioheat.com, for sales and more information. I'd also appreciate if you would tap that like button as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have a deck patio here with a enclosed area or semi-enclosed area. We got 3 walls here and a ceiling. And basically all I got was this floor plan here. That's a hand-drawn, well, not hand-drawn, but probably is just a simple drawing on a computer that doesn't give you much detail, but it's something we could still work with. So don't be afraid to send information like this if this is all you have. The information I did get was the overall dimensions, and let's go ahead and just place that on here. So overall dimensions, I had a ceiling height of 9 feet. I had a depth, I think it was 10 feet deep here, and then also an overall width of 22 feet. And I actually brought this edge out a little bit further at 11.5 feet to this outer edge here. They did say there was an attic above, so I did see this little there was a little location, I guess, for a support post, and I'm just imagining there's a post that goes up here and probably a beam that goes across up here. It might be recessed in the ceiling, but it still will play an important part if it's actually something like this. I'm assuming the attic has a slope to it because of that support, but I could be wrong. They did say an attic up there, but I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. They do want a couple of fans. Now I moved the fans so that they're centered within the space here, from this edge here to this edge here. And also the heaters, as you can see already, that I've placed some flush mounts in the ceiling, and they're also centered within this distance from here to here. And that is also another important aspect I'll show you in a minute. The distance I have away from this wall and these fans, I believe is, I put them at 4 feet, and 4 feet from this edge here as well. Now this one was a little bit shallower. Let me double check that distance real quick. Let's just see here. It might be important that we know almost the exact location. So as you can see here, we have, whoops, let's see if I can get it to grab. Go here, yeah, so we have it at 5 feet actually. So 5 feet off the wall, that is important. The diameter of this fan that I have here is a diameter of 4 feet. That's where I got the 4 feet. So it's 5 feet from this edge of the wall to here, and 5 feet from the edge of the wall to here. This one doesn't match up with the spot that they have chosen here, but that could just be in a simple error. And if it's not, that's fine too, because that means the fan will be closer to the right. All right, one other thing is they do have a doorway here. This doorway didn't indicate whether it opens out or opens in, so I'm going to assume that it opens out just for safety reasons. And I think that's about it. There's a couple of chairs out here, but I believe they're not interested in heating up this space out here. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn off the dimensions. I'm also going to turn off the floor plan, and you can kind of see, I don't have a floor in there now, but you can kind of see this space a little bit better. And I think that's about it. So alright, so what I did here is I put 2 6,000 watt units in here. Now I believe this is back east, and it probably gets pretty cold out there. So a 6,000 watt would probably be my preference. However, you would definitely want to use it with a dimming system. The reason why is, number one, the heaters are quite hot for this height. Now they're not bad, but they're also quite close together. The way I placed these heaters is I took my 2 foot radius out here, and then I went another 18 inches out to the edge of the heater, which is right here, not the edge of the flush mount kit, nor did I go to the edge of the 1 hour fire rated drywall up here. I went to the actual heater itself. So total of 3.5 feet from this edge here of the heater to the center position of the fan that is 4 feet in diameter. All right, and I did the same on this one as well. Went from here 3.5 feet, yes, to this outer edge here, or the inside edge over here, if you want to call it. And the reason why is because of the clearances to combustibles below the heater. When this fan blade's spinning, it might end up so that it's right here in the middle, and that would be a fire hazard according to the manufacturer. So that is why I have these heaters as close as I do. Now, I'm assuming that the structure inside here, it probably has some sort of sorry, 1 second here, some sort of support system that has wooden beams going up at this angle, if that is what is true there. Rafters, they are called. And I'm not sure of the locations of the rafters, so if there is a rafter in the location that we are recommending, then you may have to, you know, box out that rafter somehow so that it's structurally sound. You'd have to, you know, talk to a building engineer in order to accomplish that, or maybe a carpenter, I'm not sure, but I'm just here placing the heaters where I think they would be best placed. So that, as well as the beam itself. Now, if there is a beam and it's not actually exposed, but it's up here, we still need to maintain a clearance. I take that back. No, because of the flush mount kits, you do not. As long as your flush mount kit is there and your 1 hour rated firewall is there, then we can come right up to this beam here. However, if it's exposed like this, then we need to make sure that we have 18 inches of clearance. Now, I have more than 18 inches because I centered the heater, and I placed this. This is a 6 by, I think, 10 beam centered within the space that they had shown on the drawing. So that's just a hypothesis that it's there, and hopefully it is, and that's going to help out. So, all right, let's go right into the footprint of heat. I'm going to turn off the clearances. The footprint of heat. Now you can see with the layout that I have here, which pretty much matches what they had on their floor plan. I got it up to the edge over here, you know, pretty much where it's laying out. You can see that I'm missing this edge over here. Now this is infrared heat. Infrared heat is a light wave. It's just like a fixed light, and it shines down. Now true infrared is not visible by the human eye, so you shouldn't be seeing any brightness into your patio. If you are, you're not buying a true infrared heater. But in any case, you need to be in the ray itself in order to appreciate its output of heat. So with two 6,000 watt units here, you can see that I'm really overheating this section here, and that's why I said something in the nature of, you know, having a control system. If not, you could reduce these they're the same dimensional, and that could be provided. That dimension size could be provided. Just ask Michelle at our office and she can get that information to you. But they're the same dimensional size, same flush mount kit, same 1 hour fire rated drywall space inside. It just would give 4,000 watts as opposed to 6,000 watts off, and it would still have that same overlapping here in the center. So you can also change it to 3,000 watts, and so you have a total of 6,000 watts in the whole space. But I don't think this would be warm enough over here with a unit, you know, over here. This would be fine with two 3,000s coming down this way and this way. But if you can, and you can even do like a duplex switch. So these would be 6,000 watt units, and you can independently duplex switch. So one bulb on, that would be 3,000 watts, or two bulbs on, that would be 6,000 watts. And so you can really regulate the amount of heat that you have out there. You could put one heater on, one heater off, and I think that would be ideal, especially if it is back east somewhere. It might be in the Midwest, I don't remember. In any case, that would be my recommendation. Now, another recommendation would be to take a larger fan and possibly place it in the center of the room here, and then offset the heaters left and right, and you get a more uniform footprint. You might miss some in the center, but you know, depends on what size fan you have and how far apart you'd have to go. I don't like seeing these heaters more than 8 foot from center to center, but this one here is awfully close, so something to consider. Now you can also just, let's say, eliminate this one heater, and you can see how that would work out. You know, it would be fairly well for this space here. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but you can see we're still missing this edge here, and if there's any other use over here, then that wouldn't be heated whatsoever. So, but you definitely would not want to place this heater in the center because you just won't be reaching these chairs at all. So I would definitely go with the 3.5 feet off the edge of this 4-foot fan if that's your intention. All right. Well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve Walton. Thank you very much for watching, and please hit that like button. It's the only way that we get YouTube to promote our videos. Thank you. Have a great day.